Hi and welcome to part 2 of our video tutorial on making a smoke particle effect in UDK. We're done making our smoke texture in Photoshop and now we want to import it into UDK. I got the content browser opened up here and all I need to do is just grab the material I made and throw it into the content browser. Drag and drop. Next it wants me to specify which package I want to put it into and then what's grouping inside that package. This is all looking pretty good so far, so I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And right here I can see the texture right in the package and group that I specified. So now I want to make a new material, so I'm going to right click in the content browser and select new material. And again, it wants me to specify where I want my new material to go. I want to put it in the same package. This time, I want to put it in a material group. I'm going to give it a name. And hit OK. And that opens up my material editor. Now the first thing I need to do is get my texture into my material. And the way that I do that is I'm first going to make sure that I have my texture selected. So I'm going back into the content browser and I'm going to select my texture. I can tell it's selected because it's got this nice yellow border around it. Now I'm going to bring up my material editor again and I'm going to search for texture sample. And I can see it here, and all I need to do then is just click it, drag and drop it into the main area. Now because I selected my texture in the content browser, it knew that when I brought in a texture sample to take that texture. So it's always good to double check to make sure your texture is selected. So we got our texture in there, but that's not all. We need to add more expressions to tell material what to do with this texture. So let's first throw in a few multiply expressions. We're going to need 2. Now, if you want to move your expressions around in our little workspace here, you can do so by clicking on it and then while holding Control, click and drag to move it around and reposition it. So first what we want to do is draw a line from this black box on my texture sample and put it into the alpha channel of this multiply. And then link that multiply with the emissive channel of my texture. And I'm going to then link my texture sample from the red box into the alpha channel here in my other multiply. Then I'm going to search for a constant, bring that in. Now right now it has a value of 0. But if we go down here into the properties, I can change that to a value of 2, what we want. And then I'm going to connect that to the B beta channel and multiply. And then I want to add a vertex color. The vertex color is very important when making materials that are going into particle effects because vertex color allows you to change and adjust the opacity of your particles. So if you ever want your particles to fade out, which we definitely do for our smoke particle, very important to add in vertex color. And we're going to link its alpha channel, which is the white box, over here, to the B box and multiply. And then we need one more thing, and that is going to be dip, dip, excuse me, bias alpha. I'm going to bring that into here. I'm going to link my multiply to its alpha. Then I'm going to link it to opacity. Now, we're not getting anything in our preview window right now, but that's because we have a few changes to make. Down here in the properties under material, we want to change blend mode from opaque to translucent. And then line mode to unlit, and click two-sided. And now we can see in the preview